Hello everyone, and welcome back to your crime channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the tragic case of Cary Medlin. Before we start, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more true crime stories. Cary Medlin was born on October 9, 1970, to parents Charlotte and Jerry. In 1979, 8-year-old Cary, a student at Martin Elementary School, was living in Greenfield, Tennessee, with her mother, stepfather, and stepbrother. Her stepfather worked at the Goodyear tire plant in Union City, and her mother was a nurse at Jackson Hospital. On Labor Day weekend, September 1, 1979, Cary and her stepbrother were riding their bicycles in the neighborhood near their home when a man pulled up next to them in a Grand Torino. He struck up a conversation and acted like he knew their father, asking for directions to his house. Cary got into his car to show him the way. Tragically, she was never seen alive again. Her family, friends, and neighbors joined together in a massive search for her. And 2 days later, her body was found. An autopsy revealed that she had been sexually assaulted and stabbed to death. Shortly after the murder, a man named Robert Glen, who had a long history of drug abuse, crimes, and mental health issues, told his family that he had killed someone. Initially, they didn't believe him, but once they realized he was serious, they agreed to help him get out of town. They bought him a bus ticket to Georgia. Meanwhile, a family member called and notified the police. Thankfully, they were able to reach the bus station before he left and took him into custody. After being arrested, confessed to the murder and described the day in detail. He explained that on Saturday, September 1, 1979, he was out getting parts for the Carroll County Collision body shop where he worked. Feeling the urge to flash someone, he returned to work and finished his shift. Still in the mood to flash someone, he drove around Greenfield in his 1972 Ford Torino until he saw Cary and her stepbrother. He convinced her to leave her bicycle at a nearby church and get in the car with him to go see her stepfather. Her brother was left behind at the church to watch the bicycles. The only time Cary spoke was when she noticed he wasn't going the right way. She asked him where they were going, and he responded that they were going for a ride. After that, she hung her head down and never said another word. He continued driving around until he found a secluded place to park, where he sexually assaulted her. After he was done, she kept telling him that Jesus loved him, which angered him. So he jerked her out of the car and tried to choke her. When that didn't work, he stabbed her to death. After leaving, he threw the knife out of the car window and drove to a family member's home to look for his wife. But she wasn't there. As he continued driving around looking for her, he realized he had left footprints behind. He took off his flip-flops and threw those out as well. 2 days later, dyed his hair dark black and traded in his 1972 Ford Torino for a 1972 Mustang. He told his wife that he had changed his hair color because he had stabbed a state trooper in Common. He then explained that he needed to get out of town, so they took him to the bus station in Huntington, where he planned to travel under the name James Watson. However, before his 1981 trial, recanted his confession, and his defense attorney had him plead insanity. During the trial, lost his cool, cursed, and spat at the prosecutors. As a result, he was gagged and removed from the courtroom to watch the remainder of the trial from a television in another room. In the end, he was convicted and sentenced to death. 21 years later, on April 19, 2000, he was executed in Nashville, Tennessee by lethal injection. It's also worth noting that he was the first inmate to be executed in the state in 40 years. Surprisingly, 30 of his family and friends showed up to celebrate his life, the life of a man convicted of assaulting and murdering a child. What do you think about this tragic story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more true crime stories.